Well, I've got these two little great moulds and they're meant to be for making egg cups. Now, I'm not going to make egg cups with these because firstly, I don't believe there is any resin that is food safe. So I wouldn't be making them out of resin. And secondly, I don't know if resincrete is food safe or not, so I would never try it. I certainly wouldn't use it to make something to have food with, but I want to make them out of resincrete because I want to make something a little bit different, a little bit fun, that I think is going to be fairly cheap to make, but make fairly good money if you want to sell it. So I'm going to mix up my resincrete. I don't think I'm going to need that much. I'm probably only going to mix up 150 grams of resincrete for this. Even so, I think that might be too much, but we will see. So if I've got 150 grams of resincrete, I only need 45 grams of water. I think my scales are getting a bit past it. It's giving me a different reading every 2 seconds. There we go. And now I'm going to try my new little silicone whisk as well. See if I can get that nicely mixed up. Oh, that has mixed that up really well. And very quickly as well. Look at that. No lumps or bumps. I'm going to put a tiny bit more water in that because it feels a little bit thick for me. I use this a lot, so I kind of get used to how it should feel. So there we go. Well, that's all nice and mixed now and should be lump free. And the great thing about resincrete is that it doesn't actually produce a lot of bubbles and it does release the bubbles really easily. So now what I'm doing is I'm pouring that into these molds. Now I will link these molds at the end as well so you can find them. I'm not sure if they're going to work with resincrete. I'm not sure if they're going to be too thin or what, but if they do, then I think they're going to make some great, easily sellable things. So I'm going to give that a squidgy widgy going all the way around. I want to get rid of all the bubbles. I definitely over mixed the resincrete. I don't need this amount in there. These would have filled up using 100 grams, perhaps 75 grams at the most. I'm going to give that a bit of a squidgy widgy again, going all the way around. Now I'm going to leave these for probably 2 hours because there is some thin walls on this and I want to make sure that that is very well cured up before I start to take these out of the mold. Now I don't want to waste this resincrete that I've got mixed up here, so I'm going to find a mold to put this in so that I can then use this up because I hate to think of it being wasted. So I'm going to leave those to cure and now find another mold to put that in. And I found this little skull mold that actually works really well for this as well, and that should take that as all of that in there. Look at that, perfectly mixed. So I'm going to leave those three things now to cure up, and I can do exactly the same with each of them if they work out, and hopefully then they'll make good money. These are all nice and cured now and ready to come out. I'm going to be very gentle when I take these out. Thankfully, these are quite a stretchy mold. He says as he pings it back at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Look at that! How cool is that? I can't wait to turn this into what I've got planned for it. These would make a good paint your own set as well, which makes great money. Oh, look at that. Perfectly cast as always. No bubbles anywhere. Makes a massive difference. Just a little bit over pour there, but I can soon get rid of that. How cute are they? Oh, and they've come out much easier and much better than I thought. And obviously with the extra resin, I've got that little skull there that has equally come out as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop these all in my curing machine so that they're fully dry before I decorate them. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do that's going to add the real value to them. Well, I made 2 more of these and another one of the skulls, purely because what I wanted to see was exactly how much resincrete it did take for each one of these. Each one of these takes 50 grams, so it's hardly anything. And this one took 75 grams. So I've got quite a nice little set now. I would sell this as a paint your own set if you're thinking about doing that. In total, you've got 200 grams of resincrete. I would also put a little pack of paints in that I fill up like that with the brushes. You buy the whole kit, it comes like that, and then you put your own paints in it. But before I sell them, I always seal them. Now I'm going to seal these and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to paint them because I've got something a little bit fun to do. And then what I'm going to do is show you how I will finish them off completely to make them really nice and saleable. And it only means adding a couple of little things to it, and you're really adding some great value to them. The reason I'm sealing these is I don't want the actual paint to soak into the resincrete. I want it to sit on the top. Now I'm going to seal the insides of these twice because I want them to be waterproof. And if you use this sealer twice, by following the instructions, you can get really nice waterproof products. So vases and things. I use a sponge because that way you don't get any brush marks on it, and it comes with the sponges as well. Now these will dry fairly quick to the touch. I'd give them a couple of hours if you're only giving one coat of the sealer before you go ahead and paint on them. But if you've got a curing box, then stick them in the curing box for half an hour, and honestly you'll find that has dried lovely. Well, now these are all lovely and dried and sealed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them, and I'm going to be using these great marker pens. They're acrylic pens and they are amazing. I'll link them in the description below. I'm going to start off with the shoes. They'll probably only need one coat of this going over there like that. Look how good they look. Now these dry to a matte finish, so once these are fully dry, I'm going to give them a coat of varnish as well because I want a nice glossy finish to them. But before I do that, I want to have a little bit of fun with them, and I'm going to paint over them using some glow-in-the-dark paints, which work exceptionally well on resincrete as well. But I find that the glow-in-the-dark paints are really weak colours, so they need a colour underneath them to give them that depth. You get a much better result if you've got a solid colour underneath the colours and then you paint over the top of that. I'm not going to do them all like that. I'm just going to do 2 with glow-in-the-dark paints and 2 without. And then I'll show you the difference when they're finished. And then I'll show you what I'm going to put in them to make them a bestseller. Well, these are finished being painted now. I'm going to leave them overnight before I seal them with a spray sealer. As I've shown in my videos before, I spray them with a yacht varnish. It is a great sealer. So once they're sealed, I'll show you how I'm going to finish them off and get them ready if you want to sell them and make great profit. Well, these are all ready now to do that final little finish on. I think they've come out beautiful. Don't they look great now they've been varnished? Varnishing just lifts them up. That is without a doubt my favourite one. I think they're so cute. And the skulls have come out really well too. So let's get on with finishing them off, and that's not going to take much time either. So what I'm going to do is pop these little plants in. Now these cost nothing, and the reason they cost nothing is we have a mother plant, and every year we take all the little bits off, including off the cactus, that are sprouting through, and we pot them up and grow them on, and they make great little transfer plants. And they really do increase the value of your stuff. People love them and they cost you nothing. They always attract a lot of attention and they always sell out for people. So all I've got here is some well-draining soil, because remember there is no holes in the bottom of these, so they're not going to be able to drain off. Therefore you don't want to be making your soil over wet, but you want to have enough in there to be able to give your plants at least a fighting chance of growing. And then once I've got the soil in there, all I'll do is make a little hole in there and then I'll pop a little plant in. You can add some moss onto the top of these. I don't have any at the moment, so unfortunately I can't add some moss on. But when you add the moss on the top, it really does make them look great and finish them off. Now when you're handling these prickly little devils, it's always good to use tweezers for these. Go underneath them. It's got a lot of lovely roots on it, this one has. I've probably got a bit more soil in there than I need. I can pop that in and then put some soil around it until it's nicely embedded in. I'll finish them off and I'll show you what they all look like and tell you how much I would charge for them. Well, that's them all finished now, and I think they look really, really cute. And it's surprising how much added value just adding a few little plants in makes to your product. These have probably cost me £1 to £1.25 at the most to make, including my time. And I would sell these for £4.99. And they would go all the time at that sort of price. If I was to do it without the plants, which cost me, like I said, nothing, then you'd be lucky to break even on them. But adding the little plant makes such a big difference. Definitely, that is my favourite one. I think that is so cute. And I really like the one with the black shoes as well. I like them all, actually. The skulls have come out amazing. Look at that. And people just love them, and then they put them next to their computers or places like that, and they look after them. You can even give them little names as well and a little backstory if you wanted to. That all adds to the value. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've loved doing it. These came out so much better than I thought they would. Be sure to check the video that I've got coming up next if you want to learn more about resincrete and how to get some great effects and add great value to it. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.